Hello and welcome to Logical Tarot. Today we're going to do a pick a card spread to help you realize your potential. Let's go ahead and bring out some cards. Okay, pile number 1 has an amethyst, pile number 2 has a snowflake obsidian, and pile number 3 has a rose quartz. Go ahead and make your selection. Timestamps will all be down below. Okay guys, we're going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1. This is the pile that has our amethyst. Let's see what we have. First we have the King of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the 8 of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles reversed, the King of Pentacles, and finally, the 5 of Pentacles. Alright, so I know I mentioned that this is a pick a card reading to help you unlock your potential. So each of these cards has a specific meaning in this spread. The King of Wands is going to talk about how we can better connect with our highest self. The Knight of Swords is going to talk about a clear way that we can better connect with others. The 8 of Swords is going to talk about where we can look for inspiration. The 10 of Pentacles is going to talk about what is waiting for you to manifest into reality. The King of Pentacles is going to talk about a special gift you were born with. And finally, the 5 of Pentacles is going to talk about how you can use that gift toward your life's purpose. So first, let's talk about this King of Wands. The King of Wands is someone who is a leader. He's very motivational, he's inspiring, he's courageous. He's also very creative and driven. He's worked really hard to get where he is, and he uses his experience to direct others. In order to better connect with your higher self, you need to find a way to master your enthusiasm and creativity, something that is going to meld those two things together. He can also motivate us to be a little bit more responsible and to really take things seriously in our lives. Over here we have the Knight of Swords, who is going to talk about a better way that we can connect with others. Now, the Knight of Swords is all about being a confident leader, having a lot to say, rushing forward with confidence and purpose. He's also someone who's very truthful. This is telling me that in order to better connect with others, you need to open up, you need to share your ideas, and you need to be very honest about what you want and what you feel. Up next is the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords is here to show us where we can look for inspiration. Now, the 8 of Swords is all about feeling trapped or not knowing how to get out of a situation we're in. This is a card that talks to us about feeling shy or feeling fear in doing new things or expressing ourselves. This is telling me that you can find inspiration within your own mind, within your own struggles. I can see that at your core, you're someone who's very creative, and maybe you've just had a hard time expressing that. I want you to allow yourself to inspire you, because you have a wonderful mind that needs to be shared with others. Over here we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. This card is telling us what is waiting for you to manifest into reality. Now, the fact that this 10 of Pentacles here is reversed tells me that you have not been having a very good luck with money recently or with security. What's waiting to be manifested is stability, is financial security, is all of the things that will help you pass on a legacy. Right now it looks like you're really struggling to achieve that. In order to achieve this financial stability, in order to turn this card right side up, what we need to do is focus on your enthusiasm and your creativity. We need to focus on you moving toward your responsibilities, getting out of your own head, trusting others with your thoughts and ideas, trusting that you have a lot to say that is valuable. Over here, we have the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles in this spread tells us a special gift that we were born with. Now, the King of Pentacles is a very generous and kind man. He's very trustworthy. He gives a lot of really great advice to other people. And finally here we have the Six of Pentacles. Have I been saying the Five of Pentacles this whole time? I think I have. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, guys. Over here we have the Six of Pentacles. This card tells us how you can use your gift toward your life's purpose. Now, we already established that your gift is being incredibly generous and kind, and the Six of Pentacles is all about generosity and sharing of ourselves to others. In this case, I think we're talking about sharing your mind, right? We've already talked about how important it is for you to share these ideas that you're having, these creative ideas, with other people. And I think that if we are able to give others the amazing thoughts that you're having, you're going to see this Ten of Pentacles turn around. You're going to see this stability come into your life, and you're really going to be able to unlock all of the potential that you have. I hope that this was a helpful spread for you. If it was, please make sure to like, comment down below, share all of those things. I hope to see you back again soon. Bye. Okay, welcome guys to pile number 2 for our Realizing Your Potential Pick a Card. Let's go ahead and see what we have. First, we have the King of Pentacles. Up next, we have the Five of Swords. Then we have the Four of Swords. The Eight of Cups in reverse. The Seven of Swords. And finally, the Fool. Alright, so in this spread, each of our cards tells us something different. Over here, our King of Pentacles tells us how we can better connect with our higher self. Over here, our Five of Swords tells us how we can better connect with others. Over here, our Four of Swords tells us where we can look for inspiration. Over here, our Eight of Cups reversed tells us what is waiting for us to manifest into reality. Over here, our Seven of Swords tells us a special gift that you were born with. And here, the Fool tells us how you can use that gift towards your life purpose. Let's start with our King. The King of Pentacles. Let's start with our King. The King of Pentacles is a very generous person. He's someone who is really good at managing money, at having money, but he's also someone who is ruled by the earth element. He really enjoys being outside, being in nature. The best way right now for you to connect with your higher self is to go outside, maybe start a garden, maybe just sit outside, go to a park. I want you to sit in all the beautiful nature surrounding you and really use that time to reflect. The King of Pentacles is also someone who's really focused on working hard. So make sure also that all that you do regarding work or school or anything that you're putting energy into, you are truly putting everything you have into it. Up next, we have the Five of Swords, and in this spread, the Five of Swords tells us a better way that we can communicate with others. Now, the Five of Swords is a card of battle and conflict. It's a card of the line between wins and losses, and at first glance, it might be hard to see how this possibly could tell us how to connect with others. But here's the thing with the Five of Swords. At its very best, it talks about times that we stand up for ourselves and times that we win. But more often than not, it talks about knowing when to walk away. I want you to connect with others in a way that is fair and honest. Sometimes we win things and it's really a hollow victory, right? Like we haven't really won because we've undermined somebody else or we've been maybe a little bit petty in order to do the winning. And I want you to better connect with others by knowing when it is more noble to back down and say, I don't want to fight this fight. I'm not going to fight this battle. This person can believe that they're right, and that's okay. It does not have to affect our relationship. I don't have to fight everything. Up next, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords tells us where we can look for inspiration. Now, the Four of Swords, whoops, let's get it in the frame. Goodness. I'm still learning where this camera is. I'm sorry, guys. The Four of Swords is all about rest, relaxation, meditation. It's about preparing for a battle. It's about preparing for a journey. I want you to be inspired in the quiet times. We already talked about you being able to go sit outside in nature and reflect. I want you to be inspired by what you see around you when you do that. Up next, we have the Eight of Cups reversed. And this card is going to tell us what is waiting for you to manifest into reality. Now, usually when I do these spreads, this card specifically comes up in reverse for me. And the reason is because right now we're not manifesting it, right? Our goal is to get this sky turned around. So the Eight of Cups talks about walking away from something that is no longer serving us. It talks about deciding that it's time for us to move on, that it's not healthy to stay with someone or have something with us. Right now, I see that you're feeling stuck, you're feeling unmotivated. What we need to do, where we can manifest this into reality, how we can turn it around, is by knowing that it's time to move on, to abandon something, to follow a dream that you're having. Up next, we have the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords in this spread tells us a special gift that you were born with. The Seven of Swords talks a lot about sneakiness, about somebody being really cunning. And in a lot of cases, the Seven of Swords is considered a bad card. But here, I think what we are called to see is actually all the good things about the Seven of Swords. This is someone who will protect others at any cost to protect our feelings. This is someone who is really, really good at keeping secrets. This is someone who we always like to tell our most private things to. You are a great secret keeper. You are someone who everyone feels comfortable talking to. And you know when to keep your mouth shut, which is so important. And so funny that we have here the snowflake obsidian. The snowflake obsidian, if you did not know, is a stone that tells us to shut up and listen. It's a stone that tells us that now is not the time to speak, that we need to focus our intentions elsewhere. Finally, how you can use this gift of knowing when to be quiet to fulfill your life's purpose. Well, the Fool is all about new beginnings, about taking a chance. I think that this calls you to use your gifts of knowing when to talk and knowing when to be quiet. I think it calls you to use your gifts of being a great secret keeper to take an unconventional approach, to do something a little different that no one else has done. You can build an empire and not leak any of the details until you're ready. You have that power, and because you have that power, you're going to be able to change the game. You're going to be able to do things differently, the way that no one else has. Especially once you learn, once you know that the way to connect with others is to know when to speak and when to be silent. Once you learn that you don't always have to engage in an argument, that you can just rest and reflect and meditate and walk away from the things that are holding you back. You're going to be able to use this wonderful talent that you have to drive yourself forward, to have really exciting new ventures. I hope that you liked this reading. If you did, please like the video, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff, and I hope to see you back again soon. Okay guys, welcome to the third pile of our pick a card reading for unlocking your potential. Let's go ahead and see what we have. Up first, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Next, we have the Chariot. Up next, we have the Moon. Next, we have the King of Cups. Next, the Magician. And finally, the Knight of Cups. So in this spread, each of these cards represents a different thing. Here are Nine of Wands reversed, talks about how we can better connect with our higher self. The Chariot talks about a clear way we can better connect with others. The Moon speaks of where we can look for inspiration. The King of Cups tells us what's waiting for you to manifest into reality. The Magician tells us a special gift we were born with. And the Knight of Cups tells us how we can use that gift toward your life's purpose. So we're going to start here with our Nine of Wands in reverse. Nine of Wands talks about persevering, about going through things even when it's tough, about reminding us how much strength we have. So this is in reverse, so I sense that you are feeling really disheartened. You're feeling like giving up. You're feeling like things in your life are really tough right now and you're not quite sure how to persevere, or if it's even worth continuing on and using more of your strength to try to get to the end goal here. I think that the best way right now for you to connect to your higher self is really to encourage yourself. Let's get this turned around, right? Let's get this to a place where you know you can do it, because you can. You have the ability. Reversed or otherwise, this card tells me that you have the ability to persevere. You just have to do it. In order to connect with your higher self, I want you to really think about all the things you're working towards. Manifest to yourself that you can do it. Affirm yourself that you are strong and you are capable. This is a card that talks about activism. It talks about artistry. It talks about anything that we're really passionate about. You can do it. Up next, we have the Chariot, which tells us a clear way that you can better connect with others. Now, the Chariot is all about overcoming obstacles. It's all about pushing things together that seem like they might be opposing forces. This card reminds us to be focused, to be confident that we can get there if only we forge our own path and drive our own way forward. This is a card of you overcoming. Now, how does it tell us how we can better connect with others? This tells me that in order to connect with others, you need to be portraying yourself as the strong and confident person you are. You need to walk into a room and own it. When you're able to approach things in this way, people will naturally gravitate to you and they'll listen to what you have to say. This thing that you're passionate about, they'll listen to you if you have confidence. And this next card invites us to turn to our dreams for inspiration. The Moon is all about dreams and your imagination and your emotions. It can be about being confused, but in the context of looking for inspiration, this definitely means I want you to use your imagination, use your dreams, maybe your literal dreams, maybe your dreams of what you're passionate about, but use your dreams to inspire you. Up next, we have the King of Cups, who is telling us what is waiting for you to manifest into reality. The King of Cups is someone who's very good at managing his emotions. He knows when it is okay to speak out about things and when it's better to keep quiet. He also is an amazing counselor. He does great work for other people. Other people come to him for advice, for counsel. He is someone who is in control of his feelings, who is empathetic. You need to manifest these things into your life. You need to learn to love and listen carefully to what other people have to say. This may already be something that you do. You might already be an amazing listener and a person that people come to, but I really want you to focus on becoming an advisor to people. This thing that you're passionate about, you could help people learn. You could help people know which way to go and how to realize their own dreams. You have so much capacity to love and empathize, and I want you to manifest that. Up next, we have the Magician, who talks about a special gift that you are born with. Now, this is possibly the best card ever to be here because the Magician is someone who is able to do anything they set their mind to. They're someone who has all of the power, all of the skills, all of the drive, all of the focus, all of everything they could ever need to succeed. You were born with a gift to succeed in what you want to do. Now, how can you use that gift? Well, the Knight of Cups here tells me that you need to pursue your goal. Go for it. The Knight of Cups is someone who is forward moving, who is constantly striving to achieve his goals. He's focused on his desires. He's focused on achieving this dream, these dreams here about overcoming all of the obstacles that are in his way to succeed. You have the ability already. Just use it. I hope that this was helpful. If it was, please like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. And I hope to see you back again soon. Bye.